Welcome back. I'm Ingrid Carlsen, and today we are going to make this altered book. So I'm taking an old library book and we're going to use it for art projects. So I'm going to do the first two here with you, which are going to be for collaging, and then any other collaging ones that I do, I'll put on my Instagram channel, Ingrid Carlsen Art, which I will have linked down below. And then if I do the next two, I will do are probably going to be another art technique. And then again, any further videos will be on Instagram. So first I wanted to show you, I'm going to take a book that I had, that I've had for years. And there's a couple ways, and I've talked about this before, of how to tear the pages out so that you don't have damage to the book depending on the binding. This is the easiest way, and that is just ripping the pages out where you're not tearing them out from the binding. So if you look here, I'm using a ruler, holding it down, which works for the first quarter to almost half of the book, and then it starts giving me trouble because it's bulking up on the left and I can't get a good grip on the ruler. And so you're going to see I'm going to take out an X-Acto knife and lightly score it. So if you see there's little pieces of the page that's still left behind. And then at this point, you can either tape those down, glue them down, or just leave them. Either way is fine. And you could tear the pages out, but remember, you are changing the integrity of the binding, which could mean that later on, when you're working on a page, it could come out on the other end because you know there's two pages attached to each other. So this is, for me, the easiest way to do it without changing the integrity. So you can start seeing here where I start struggling with tearing them out. They're not tearing all the way out. Some pages are leaving more rough edges, which you can see here very clearly. And then I decided to take out my X-Acto knife. What I will say is you can try to just use it carefully without piercing through more than one page at a time. What I found was really helpful is using my metal ruler underneath, and then I could just be more assured that when I was cutting through, I was only getting through the pages that I wanted to. But before you start getting stressed out about using an X-Acto knife, I will tell you that there's always a fix around, especially when you're doing an altered book. You can always just tape your pages in. And speaking of pages, the way that I'm deciding what pages to keep is I'm looking at the pages that I might want to use in another project. And so those are the ones that I'm pulling out. I'm also going to use some of them here on the cover, which I decided to do as a collage as well. I might end up adding something to the front, maybe a title or something, but as of now, we're just going to collage it. There's so many different ways that you can cover the book. You can paint it, you can add fabric, you can just glue down any kind of background paper. There's just tons of ways, but I thought since I'm doing an artsy book, I wanted to do a collage cover. And so I will be using some gel medium to adhere the pages down. I also used some sanding paper that I had to kind of get the shininess off of this book and to lay it down. I don't think I really needed to since I'm using the medium, but I just wanted to play it on the safe side. As I'm recording this, I just got an alert that we are having extreme hot weather. It has not stopped here in Texas. It's been kind of crazy this year. Has your weather been nuts where you live? Have you noticed extra heat? I feel like that's definitely a thing. And I am here for pumpkin spice season to start. That was one of my favorite parts of living in Michigan, was that I discovered true pumpkin spice. As someone who grew up in Florida, we didn't really have seasons. And so I never really understood the love of seasons, of changing one thing for another and looking forward to changing your clothes and the food that you eat and stuff. And that's something that I definitely love now. Okay, back to the collage. As far as collaging goes, you have a couple of options. You can lay everything out, take a photo, and then try to recreate it the same way that you put it down the first place. Or you can be like me and accidentally cover up pieces, like that top piece there that I just covered up twice that I didn't mean to. But I ended up loving the look of the book at the end. And so really what my main thing that I'm going to tell you is, don't fall in love with something. Just go, just play and have fun, and don't worry so much about the outcome. You can always change it around. I'm going to add a top layer of the medium to this and then let it dry so that I can make sure that it is sturdy and it holds up. And look how adorable the cover came out. I'm really happy with it. This is the next day, which you can tell by the rays of sun that are gleaming on the desk. And I wanted to show you guys these Mexican petunias that my uncle had given me. And then I saw a little kitty walking by. So we've kind of adopted these little feral cats. And so that's one of them. And to my surprise, he jumped up on the ledge, and you can see here where he sees me and he gets so scared. And I stopped recording because I thought he was going to recognize me, but he just got scared and jumped off the ledge. But I thought that was a really cute surprise to leave in the video for you. So last night when I started doing this project, I went through all of my digital kits that I have, and I pulled out pages from each one that I thought I would really like for collage. And like I said, the first 2 pages that I'm going to do with you guys are going to be collaging. So I sat down, did my Bible study, and fussy cut all those pages that you can see there. And yeah, my hands are pretty sore. So here I'm going to start doing the collage, and I kind of start off by putting everything the way that I think it's going to look, and then quickly I ditch it because that is not the way that I work. I pulled out some vintage music paper, which is one of my favorite things to work with. And I love this one especially because it was taped in to reinforce the page. And that tape I was able to use in my collage, and I love it. You're going to see it on this page as well as the next page. So what I can tell you is a couple things. One, gel medium is extremely sticky. It's still all over my nails and my fingers, even though I've washed my hands several times. Sometimes it feels like it is not sticking on your paper though, which you can see, like sometimes I have to go back and make sure that I get the corners in properly so to make a good seal. And then also, don't make a plan. I think that, if I can inspire you for one thing, if I can encourage one thing for you, it's just let your mind wander, just create something. Don't be so precious about the little details. They're not precious, they're not important, and they really don't matter. Just go and kind of zone out a little bit and just start creating. And I find for myself that when I allow myself to do that, then I have better results, which is why I have better results usually when I'm not filming. Because when I'm filming, I'm thinking, oh, I've got to make this look a certain way, and people are going to be looking at this and thinking this has to, oh, that's not good. Like my second page, I like this first page because I think I didn't have that expectation. And then once I turned the page, I think it kind of set in and I start second guessing. And although it's not my favorite page I've ever done, it's not terrible, but it was because I was in my head. So if I can encourage you to do one thing, it's tell your head to be quiet for a minute. Put on some music, put on your Bible app, put on a TV show that you love, and just let the colors just sing on the pages. Let the creation just come. And we will be going through more step-by-step of this coming up soon. I want to do more kind of instruction videos and stuff, but I love the way that this turned out with the paint up at the top and stuff that kind of emulates the stars. So for this page, I wanted to do it a little different, and I really struggled. You can see I cannot get it to stick. I can't get the paper I wanted it to wrap. I end up having to cut it so that it wraps properly without having a problem once it's dried and I opened it and it cracks anyways. So I went ahead and tore it, but I wanted to leave it in here because I wanted you to see that this stuff happens. I've been doing this for a while and I'm still having issues with something that should have taken a minute to glue down. That's taking me a lot longer. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that another reason that this page was a little more daunting is because it's a double page spread. That's something to keep in mind when you are working. And some people love it, some people hate it. I'm kind of in the middle. I think I used to love double page spreads, and now I'm getting to the point where I like single instead. There's less surface area to have to think about, and it's easier for my brain to comprehend like a half instead of a whole. And so that's something to keep in mind. And this is a perfect place to experiment with that. Use this book to try out not just one, but do several of both, and then see which one you like better. I wanted to make my background kind of disappear a little bit into the collage. So I'm taking some craft paint in kind of a parchment color or an off-white, and I am spreading it along the edges. Once it dries, it actually was a little lighter than I wanted, and I'm going to go back at the end and add some white over it, which also adds a lot of extra dimension and texture, which I love. So that's another tip I'm going to give you is don't be afraid to add more layers. When you think you're done, it's kind of the opposite of wearing accessories when they say you should pull one off. I don't even know if they say that anymore, but I remember that from when I was little. And this is the opposite. When in doubt, add a little more. So another thing is if you are in doubt and you're not sure, a tip is walk away, let it sit for an hour, come back. If you're not ready and you're still confused about it, leave it for a little longer. And sometimes that time away gives your eyes time to adjust in a new light and see things differently than when you're working in the moment. I also love adding grungy marks with pencils and pastels. And one thing is if you're using the gel medium, then you can put it on top and your pastels will stay put and they won't bleed through. I have this Lasenier gold pastel that I'm going to use in a little bit, and it is so wonderful. I will try to link the products that I use in my Amazon storefront if you want to take a look at where to get them. As far as the book goes, I got it at a thrift store, who knows, maybe in Michigan. And so I would recommend that you do that. I know also some libraries have books that they're going to destroy, and that is a great place to get them. The last couple libraries I've lived by do not do that, unfortunately, but I would definitely check that out first. Although I do love the dreaminess that adding the white adds to the page, when I'm doing the voiceover and looking back on the video, I was kind of thinking that the other was not as bad as I was thought while I was doing it. And I'm wondering what your suggestion is or your opinion is. Did you like it before or after the white? To kind of blend those photos in, I am going to tear them so it looks like they are weathered. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of pastels, which work really beautifully over the gel medium. Something else that I wanted to mention is that depending on how bulky you want your book to be, that is depending on how many pages you're going to want to tear out. While you're working, if you notice that the book is already getting too thick, then you can take some pages out. The other thing is I printed all of my ephemera on copy paper, which was 24 pound, which I do have linked in my Amazon storefront to kind of keep down on some of the bulkiness. And please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you click on the little bell so that you get notified anytime that I make a new video for this series, so that you can follow along with me and we can make the next pages in our book. And until then, I'll see you soon.